During the summer of 2023, we moved to a remote Scottish Hebridean island to be its only two residents, along with our two pet sheep and pair of cats. These remote islands seem to retain an old-fashioned rhythm and a charm which we find encouraging us to live a more frugal and simple life, the way man was perhaps more intended to. We have an ancient stone cottage to restore, veggies to grow, livestock to build up, fish to catch and smoke, a boat to buy, and much more. Step back in time with us at the Scottish Isle.
This morning we're
going to collect a pane of glass that we brought over for the kitchen door, which has been broken since we moved in. Today is the hour to carry it down. It's quite heavy, so we need to...
no way transporting glass safely other than carrying it by hand, is there?
Gotta be carried. Like Laurel and Hardy. What could possibly go wrong?
It was a piano, wasn't it? We could. Well, you've got your piano. Well, you did have.
I left it.
Yeah, we could have been.
Yeah, a piano here.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Was heavy, wasn't it? So glass. You ever changed glass before?
Nah.
I'm
a YouTube expert now.
Yeah. You're a content provider.
This is all wrong.
Oh, you're walking backwards.
You always go forward, backwards.
I always go backwards.
Yeah.
Can't even talk.
This is the way. I might have been a bit overdramatic thinking this was a two-person job.
I don't think so, because wouldn't you rather have got down there in one piece?
Somebody said we should take a poll as to which one of us is the biggest underthinker.
You.
Shall we? I don't think you'll be happy with the results.
I don't need to do it because I know it's you. What would be the point? It would just be a waste of time. And since when do I care what the public think?
Well, I've heard you crying yourself to sleep at night.
Yeah, exactly. You can't care what people think and do a YouTube channel.
No.
You've got to be well over that.
Thick-skinned.
What's that? Primrose?
Primroses are out, yep. The Celts were very superstitious about, well, everything. But I think there's some sort of superstition about primroses coming out and start of spring and all that.
That has to be the most fascinating historical anecdote you've ever told me.
It's not all cowboys and Indians, you know.
Clearly not.
Listen to the birds. Whistling their little heads off. Hang on.
If I knew you were going to close it, I wouldn't have kicked it that hard.
Come back. No more deer in the garden.
No.
Haha. Take that.
I can't believe how vocal the birds are now.
It's beautiful.
It's like back to the height of the summer, isn't it?
Maybe even more so because they're courting, aren't they?
No birds on this island.
That's what we were told.
Pine martins have had them all.
To you.
To me. To you, to me, to me, to you.
Who was that did that?
Chuckle Brothers.
That's right, Chuckle Brothers. We need to sort that muddy bit just there. Get some stones on it.
It's already in hand. Stones are coming from over there. It's just going to get filled full of them. It just won't dry up, will it? Same as this.
It's never going to dry.
Hey Bree, got you a bit of glass. You ready?
Yes. Stuck because of all this black tape. I think. I don't know if this is standard fare or not, but I want to apply a bead of silicone just inside this black rubber, because there are beasties getting in here and living in here, so it's obviously not sealed. I'm also going to take the opportunity to get rid of this crap, which blows a hoolie through here when it's windy. So I'm going to silicone down there as well. Great.
Now, you don't want to keep these, do you?
No, I think they're sweet. Obviously, they kind of went in at the same time as, or maybe before the wall went up.
What?
When do you think they went up?
Same time as these. It's the same stuff. Look, it's even got the lines on it. It's exactly the same as this. So whenever they put the ceiling up, they put this ceiling up. That went on.
I'm a bit concerned about the frame being behind it, but I don't know if we should. They're sweet, but I don't know if we should take them off. This can stay because.
The sill.
Well, yeah, because it's just concrete underneath it.
I'm just getting this.
But this is going to create a whole lot of dust if you take this off. I mean, you can see that there's like.
Well, the idea in taking it off is to then just curve it round.
Yeah.
In the same way.
That's how it would have been.
See, I like this, but I also like that. It's going to be up to you at the end, whatever you want to do, because I'm easy either way. Well, actually, this is a good point for you to talk about these walls. Might as well tell everybody what we're doing with these.
Oh yeah, I don't like it. I don't like how it came out. I mean, it stuck fine. We weren't sure if it would, but we don't like the finish, so it's coming off. And we've got a good friend coming to visit very soon who is an expert stonemason who's going to show us exactly how to get the look that we want for these.
We didn't know what we were doing, which everybody knew. We said we didn't know. We were just trying it by hand first off to see what would happen, and we didn't like the finish immediately. It's also, it doesn't matter because it's going to be whitewashed anyway, lime washed. But the look, have you seen the differences in colour?
Yeah, I mean
between the different.
Some of it doesn't really matter. It's because we were picking some of it up from the floor, but Jim.
Yeah,
said,
Jim said it was too thick, wasn't it?
Said it was too thick, but he also said, I know exactly the kind of look that you're going for, and he showed me a cottage, the oldest cottage in Glencoe, which he did some work in, and he showed me the walls there, and I said, yeah, that's right, that's exactly what I was thinking. So he says there's a particular technique for it, and he says it's super easy, and it'll go fast. So this is all coming off again. But not till Jim gets here.
But that's only going to be a couple of weeks.
Yep.
These beams, which are oak, and have been here since the thing was built. This building was built, so we've got no idea how old these beams are. We should. Dendro. Well. Chronology, isn't
it? Yeah. Who knows how old that oak tree was?
There's loads of woodworm in it, but you know.
Just need to treat it. We've got some stuff.
So
the workshop.
I'm going to sound just the fascia of this down because we don't know what we're doing with these yet, as we've just been talking about. So I can't do the underneath. But I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do the one above the door, and then
Osmo.
Well, we've got some Osmo left from the
kitchen workshop top.
So we'll just put some of that on when it's finished. It'd be interesting just to see what it looks like because it can easily come back off. Because I'd prefer these dark. I want them Tudor oak. Dark as a contrast against the white. Well, this is what we've got. It took a lot longer and it was much harder to get off than I anticipated. The lime render had just seeped into all the cracks and fibres of the wood. And you'll see better over here. The problem I had with this is I want to keep the saw marks that you can see, but the render's gone into them. So this is going to have to be scrubbed, washed, some wood soap on it to get these, because we want these, but we don't want obviously the crap that's still in them. This is an issue. This is dry rot, so that needs taking out, and what needs treating or whatever. But I was hoping to actually get these waxed or oiled, but we just don't have what I thought we did to do it, because I want them dark.
I'm making Scotch eggs. Scotch eggs are not Scottish. They are supposedly made by Fortnum and Mason in London, supposedly invented by them as a food for travellers, on-the-go food. A Scotch egg is a staple in any sort of British country pub, along with your pickled onion crisps and your pork scratchings. It consists of a hard-boiled egg wrapped in forcemeat. The recipe goes back to the 1700s, I think. I'm using beef sausage. And then wrapped in breadcrumbs and then deep fried. And it's a really nice picnic food, good for breakfast as well. Yeah, Scotch eggs. So we dust the eggs in flour. And then beat an egg. You wrap them in your meat. Gonna need some more. Then let me touch more flour. More egg and breadcrumbs. And then these are deep fried in whatever oil you choose for maybe about 4 or 5 minutes, depending on how thick you put your meat. And my Scots Kitchen cookbook says they were traditionally served with tomato sauce. There we go. Plenty hot enough.
I do feel like I'm walking into Fangorn Forest.
I'm not going through here.
Why?
Look
You're not
at
going to
it.
get your feet wet. You're not coming?
No. I'm going back to the cottage.
Well, I'm off that way because I want to explore over there.
Okay.
This is where you film me, and as I go, I disappear into the bog.
You've got to be careful, you know. They can be quite dangerous.
I know, I'm not. Sure, people think that I'm just an idiot. We deduced last time that Katie's the idiot.
You might... Well, bye.
I think she's talking about me.
Never to be seen again.
Well, Katie's not coming. She's decided that this is a bit of a foolhardy venture, so I'm on my own. And I'm going to go and see if I can find what I think might be a building over in that direction. It's not actually a bog round here. He said. Right, we flip the camera around and show you where we're going. Try that again. Yeah, I need to get out of this wood. Go this way, I believe. Well, that's where I'm heading. Just through those trees over there. Well, that was a bit of a climb. Always steeper than you think. However, let me see if I can lighten this up. It's just a rock formation. It's there in the centre of the screen. Well, you don't look, you don't know, do you? But what I can hear over there, somewhere in the distance, is a waterfall. It's a huge amount of running water. So let's go and see if I can get a bit closer to that. Look how blue that sky is. Such a lovely day. So, this is our island. That's the adjacent island. This is the sea. And what you're seeing in the centre of your screen is where we have to go round on the kayaks to get to the sawmill. You remember these buildings from an earlier episode? I just followed the water down to the waterfall, and it brought me to this small storage area. We are literally right next to the coast here, on the main line, directly adjacent to the island. And these are the old cleats. I think that's what they're called. Storage areas for when they were unloading from the jetty, that only the posts remain, and they stored it in here. Stored the foodstuffs and the animals. You can see it a lot better now because the fern, bracken, has died down. It was like so much of it before, it just obscured the view. But there'll be a few of you that haven't seen that episode. But we do talk at length about these. And if you just follow this path, I forgot to bring a tripod with me, so unfortunately I can't do any different kind of shots than holding this camera like this, I'm afraid. Now this old jetty or platform been here for quite some time, and we met the owner recently, well, a few months back. He still hasn't come to collect it. This got blown up here in a storm, maybe about 3 or 4 months ago now. As I said, we spoke to the owner. We met him coming to have a look at it. If that gives you an idea of how big it is. This is why it hasn't floated away, look. I didn't realise that he'd tied it up. We called this the Brothers' House. We showed you a photograph of them because it's well documented. However, we have since been told that this is not the Brothers' House. So we did plan on coming back here and doing a piece about this. It's actually, well, you know what, I can't really remember. Katie spoke to a local and it was some form of tax office, or I'm going to put up on the screen exactly what it was because I can't remember. But yeah, we were surprised. So the Brothers' House is further down the coast. It would have been a lovely old building. It's completely wrecked now though. At first you think that was probably a barn or storage area, but there's a window in it. This is by far the most substantial building that we found on our doorstep. It's a lovely old thing. Chimney hasn't got long left, has it? It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away.
You've got Bono's glasses now, actually, don't you?
That's a terrible impression of Bono. I'm renowned for my impressions of Bono.
Terrible impression of a terrible man.
Well, you can't say that. People out there might like Bono.
I don't have to like him.
But why do you like him? What's he done to you?
He's got a terrible reputation.
For?
Being a nasty pasty.
Well, where?
Jeeves told me.
Well, yeah, I won't listen to him. He's an idiot.
Jeeves! Don't listen to him, Jeeves. You're not an idiot, Jeeves. You're just an underthinker, okay? Bree's coming up.
Yeah, Bree's going to knock the camera over any minute. Speaking of cameras.
Oh yeah, thank you to everyone who's donating to our camera campaign. It's fantastic. We've got plans to get an ultra high definition camera for the channel and show you this place in 4K, which is just going to be, it's just going to be incredible. You'll be able to really see it then. Because we just film on your A53.
Well, the problem is I've got a Samsung A53 that every single thing that you've seen on this channel so far has been filmed on. That's what's filming right now. But you'll have seen in this particular episode multiple issues that we're now having with the phone. The phone's, what, 3 years old now? 3.5 years old?
Yeah.
Keeps focusing in and out all the time, and it just will not record sound properly. The amount of footage that we've been losing due to... well, it's just a software incompatibility. There's something going on within the kit, because it wasn't happening all the time.
No, it's just now, occasionally we get distorted sound, and we can't do anything about it. It just means that the footage is gone. So, yeah, thank you very much to everybody.
Well, we went from
fantastic.
Pretty much 0 to 25% in just that push that we did on like YouTube, that community post. So, but again, every little bit helps, and we don't expect anyone to donate any more than £1 or $1. That's the lowest limit, and that's fine. It's just camera equipment to the degree that we need it is so expensive. There's just no way that we can afford this kind of thing. It's just impossible for us.
We did. We managed Starlink thanks to the help of you guys, and that's been working amazingly. It never goes down. It never goes out, and that's why you've been getting regular episodes. Yeah. So we hope it'll be just as much of a bonus to you all to get this new camera.
That's the thing to remember, because the naysayers, there's been a few. One in particular went mental, rampaging over multiple platforms, saying the same thing about the fact that we shouldn't be asking people to donate to this new campaign for a camera. But the thing is, people watching this channel are watching this channel because they like what they're seeing. So and we get daily people saying, how can I help? Can I come to the island to help? How do I donate, etc.? So this is the perfect way that everybody benefits, because the money that is donated is going specifically to a camera, a lens and a gimbal. And those three things are going to be immediately noticeable by everybody watching. So everybody wins.
Yeah, it's not for our lifestyle or anything like that. It's for the channel.
Said.
Yeah.
I'm not here to fund your lifestyle. It's like, well, you're not funding the lifestyle, because we're asking you for money for a camera that you're going to benefit from. And if you don't want to donate, you don't have to donate.
No, I think there are people that get jealous, but then there are people that understand the blessing that is crowdfunding, and the way that we can all help each other, the way that we should be able to.
That's what
we should be doing in our communities anyway. But
it's genuinely asking for help, and it's something that we're all going to benefit from. So
yeah, so thank you. I'm going to go and check my onion seedlings. I'm going to go and whisper to them.
The onion seedlings?
Yeah, go and check on the little onion babies.
What, you're actually going to walk all the way up there now?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my Bono impression.
Go on.
That's what he felt like when Larry said he couldn't do the new gigs. That was an impression of his